Hey, it's Pam. Today I am working on a project for my album using the Ali Edwards Cozy Story Kit. I'm using the digital kit for this project, and one of the things that I wanted to talk about is that when I am putting the layouts in my album, I like them to appear chronologically, but I don't always work on them chronologically. So here I've already got October stories started in my album, but I haven't actually adhered them back to back yet. And I knew specifically when I was working on these layouts that I wanted this space to tell the cozy story because I knew that I had these photos from early October that would be perfect to fit with this theme. So one of the cool things about the story kit themes is that each month the theme might be a prompt that would get you to tell stories about things that you wouldn't otherwise think to scrapbook about. So this is probably a good example of that. So my plan here is to go with a full page 6x8 photo on the right hand side. That's what this guy here is doing. And then I've got two different stories that I want to tell using these photos, or prompted by the theme as well as the photos that I have. The first one is the story of snuggling with my daughter, and the dog is there with us on the couch. And then the second one is just about the things that I find cozy, so warm and cozy. Here's the story. And what I did was I just took a photo of some of the things that I consider my cozy essentials, which include like a warm hoodie and a fuzzy blanket, and just told the story of my must-haves for cozy this time of year. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work on assembling this. I am definitely, I'm going to start just by trimming out my pieces here. One of my favorite elements in this month's digital kit is this beautiful patterned card. It's just got this fun fall floral design on it, so there's some leaves there along with some other colorful foliage, and I really wanted to include this in my spread. I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to do it, so I prepared a couple of different options for myself. I printed the 3x4 card. I enlarged it first of all to be, again, a full page 6x8 vellum piece, but then I also used two of the smaller 3x4 pieces. I'm not sure if I wasn't sure if I wanted to use this as a filler card as part of the design, or if I wanted to use it as just a fun vellum transparency to go over top of my photo. I'm leaning more towards the filler card option at this point, but I printed several of them so that I can play and experiment a little bit. What I do want to do is add a little something extra to this pattern. And so my plan is I have a glue pen, a Heidi Swapp Mink glue pen. And I'm going to use that to highlight some of the floral details on this 3x4 card, and then add a little bit of gold foil and run it through the Mink to get it all set into place, just to add an extra fun element there, a bit more texture. And then the other thing that I have is some of these printed chipboard elements that I've just printed onto matte photo paper that I will likely use to embellish my photos in some spots. Okay, so to get this started here, this is the first time, this is the glue pen that I'm using here. This is Heidi Swapp Mink glue pen, and it comes in two different sizes. So this is a fine tip one that I think will be the perfect size to add a little bit of gold detail onto this card, but there's also one that comes in a large or a wide tip as well, like that, which you could use to cover bigger surface areas. So I'm just going to use the fine tip one to get it started, giving it a little bit of a shake. And then you have to press down the tip multiple times to get the glue starting to flow there. And then you can just go ahead and color over the details that you want to on your image there. So I'm going to try to cover over some of these leaves. Just a few random spots. Okay, so I got some gold foil here, and I'm going to just cut off a strip of it. That should be big enough to cover the area that I've glued. Go ahead and set this over top. And place it in my folder and send it to my Mink. Let's open this up and see how it turned out here. There we go. Just some little bits of gold foil detail there in all of the areas that I had touched with a glue pen. It looks like I probably overdid it in some of the areas because it smeared just a little bit beyond what my original design had looked like, but overall just something fun and different to try. And I think this will look great inside my spread there. Okay, so we're keeping things just really simple and straightforward this time around, and I'm going to start figuring out where my pieces are going to go here. That one to go there.